Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Angel of Words podcast, where your stories are heard. I am your host, Angel of Words, and before we get started, don't forget to punch that notification bell, like, comment, share on YouTube, follow us on all podcast platforms, and also share there as well. Don't forget to visit the website and cop the merch at www.aowent.com. If you want to leave a donation, it is Cash App AOWNYC. Now today, back on deck, we have Mr. Cory Semidey, our AOW MLB NBA correspondent. Welcome back, live and in person
yes,
this
sir.
time.
Thank you, man.
You know,
Thank you.
Corona, fighting the Corona, not Corona free, the world, but you know, vaccinated, here, ready to go. Good to see you, my brother, man.
My brother. Yo,
for
great
real.
to see you, man.
Last
Thank
time
you
we
for
were
having
on
me, bro.
Zoom, and this time we're here live.
Yo, we came a
person.
long way, man. Never thought that that pandemic will end, but from Zoom podcasts to in-person podcasts, you know, it's just getting the word out there and exploring different topics and hitting the sports world up, maybe.
Facts, baby. We're going to talk about the sports world. And before we get started, actually, all you haters out there that been mad at me because I've been boycotting the Knicks.
Oh, no.
Look, at the end of the day, you already know I had to write for a magazine. I had to be objective. I was running the sports editorial department. I had to become objective. And I was done with the mediocrity in New York Knicks basketball. I couldn't take it. I know you see me with my Knicks hat on, and I know that a lot of y'all gonna say a lot of stuff on Facebook, and my only request is that you bring that energy to the YouTube comments. All right? Bring that negative energy, whatever you got to say about me and rocking my Knicks hat today, being on the Knicks wave. You already know the boycott has ended. Keep the energy on YouTube. Comment, you know, let us know how you feeling about me, you know, jumping back on board. And
you know what? I love it, though. I love it. We waited a long time for the Knicks to actually be forget good, watchable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's been years that we've been watching this team and like, oh, I can't even watch a full game of these guys. This team this year, they look hungry. They look inspired. They look well coached. I love what I see. You know what I'm saying?
They were terrible. Like, what do you expect from me? I couldn't do it any
Nah,
longer.
bro, but you can't. You gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. Listen, one thing about New York in general, like, it's funny to me how, like, okay, the Brooklyn Nets are this big team, right? They go, they chase stars, they get all these big names into Brooklyn, but where's the Brooklyn fan base formed? Because I'm pretty sure Brooklyn before the Nets was a Knicks town.
Yes.
So none of those Knicks fans, as far as I know, Knicks fans are disloyal enough to just say, you know, fuck that, I'm jumping over to Brooklyn. Nah, they stayed Knicks fans. So no matter what the Nets want to do in this city, this is a Knicks town. Everybody needs to recognize that. Everybody needs to know that. Everybody who left the Knicks to go to Boston and to go to be Lakers fans and all that, is our town now.
Corey, but the Nets got three of the sexiest NBA players probably in the last 20 years, not named LeBron James, man.
How far have we gone,
It's hard
man?
not to like the Nets, bro, and they got my boy James Harden, the chef over there, wilding, bro, cooking them up.
Yeah. All right, listen, but he's hurt, right? That's the one thing about the Nets. So when they got all this talent, the first thing was everybody's like, that's it. They're a lock for the finals. They're making it. I mean, listen, okay, if you put a gun to my head and told me who's making the finals from the East, I'm going to say the Nets. But on the same token, it's like Durant ain't healthy. Something's going on there because he misses games and they don't even be telling you what's going on half the time. Harden, he suffered a setback with the hamstring.
Yeah. But you know it's hard to come back from a hamstring. That if you really want to nurse that, that's going to take a long time to come back from, bro. You know, you can't really rush a hamstring injury because once that goes, baby, you could pretty much call it a wrap for the whole season.
And the thing is that between the three of them, what they played, 7 games together?
7 games.
So it's like, okay, bro. Durant and Harden have that chemistry back from the Thunder days, but the three of them together on the court, I mean, okay, like they're nasty. You already know the three of them, all world talent. Don't get it twisted, but look at Philly. Philly, you know, trust the process. The process is almost complete.
Yeah.
You know, Embiid is an MVP caliber player. Ben Simmons, Defensive Player of the Year caliber player.
Now they have a championship coach over there, bro.
Championship coach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're developing something in Philly. And would I be shocked if Philly took the Nets to Game 7 and beat them? Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So this is my first question. Do you think it's an automatic lock that if the Nets have all three of those gentlemen playing on the court, that they will make the NBA Finals?
All right. If those three gentlemen are on the court and they're healthy and they're playing, yes, the Nets will make the finals.
So they are a lock.
But they're a lock if they're healthy. That's the I hate to say if because I hate that word.
Every day will be
you know
Christmas.
what I'm saying? If it's the worst word. But if they're healthy, who beats them? I mean, this is the problem I have with the Harden.
They don't have
acquisition.
an interior presence. That's where MB comes in.
Claxton.
Let's be honest.
Okay,
he's having an MVP caliber year. He may scoop that trophy up if he gets enough games under his belt.
I agree. I don't know how you deal with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, James Harden.
It's pretty
at the
difficult.
Same time. And the thing that's annoying about it is
the
whole narrative this year or the last couple years has been duos. The last, few years back, the NBA consisted of big threes, big threes and all that. And then it kind of went to duos. We had PG and Kawhi. We had Russell and Harden when they were in Houston, AD and LeBron. So then it was like, oh, shit, Kyrie and KD, damn, could they do it? And it would take the monkey off KD's back because it's like, man, the only reason why you won is because you jumped the bandwagon with Steph and them boys. So, okay, he goes to Brooklyn, a team that really don't got a fan base, that really don't got a little bit of a foundation, but nothing like superstar worthy at that point. And then, okay, they're good.
But they did have a good organization, man, because they were winning games in the bubble. And, they even won a game in the playoffs in the bubble.
Hey,
with no
we'll get back to that.
With no squad. You know what I'm saying? So they have a good foundation, great coaching, great development. And, so, they were an organization that was sexier than the Knicks at that time.
At the time, yes. Yeah. The organization, as far as what they're doing basketball-wise, was probably sexier than the Knicks. But aura-wise, like fan-wise, just organization-wise, like franchise-wise, look how far we've come. We came from a point where we had a poster of Kyrie, KD, and Zion as the next big three in the Knicks to now KD, Kyrie, and Harden in Brooklyn. So that I feel like acquiring Harden, it kind of ruined the possibility of, oh man, could KD do it without a super team? Yeah. Now it's like, fuck, you got a super team again. Then they get Blake Griffin. I mean, then obviously they got LaMarcus Aldridge. We know what happened since then. But it's like, come on, man. But listen, I would love, I mean, there would not be a better moment for me than to see the Nets and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. And that, I mean, call it a bold prediction, call it whatever you want. But to see the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals after the years of turmoil that us Knicks fans went through would be... I mean, I feel we should have made it the year we had Melo.
You mean the semifinals against the Nets? Because of the way it's looking right now, if the Nets end up 1 and the Knicks end up 4, it'll be a second round matchup.
It'll be okay. So that's how it's lined up right now.
But if the Nets end up 2 and the Knicks end up 4, it could be an Eastern Conference Finals featuring the Knickerbockers and the Nets. I know you're getting goosebumps now.
Just the thought of that.
I'm back on the bandwagon, but I'm not getting too hyped. I mean, listen, I'm just glad to see good basketball back at Madison Square Garden that I can get behind.
And I know a bunch of Knicks fans that feel the same way. Like, maybe we're not a championship team yet, but just to see competent basketball, like 8 in a row, bro. 8 in a row.
And Julius Randle is balling, bro. Most definitely the most improved player of the year. Because he went from being an obscure talent, probably a talent that everybody was like, yo, he's never going to reach his potential. And now he is probably all NBA.
All NBA. And if he had my vote, he'd be first team all NBA. But he's not going to get that because he's
he has the best plus minus as a power forward in the league. He deserves it.
He came out
if you want to keep it a stacked bundle, brother,
he's ridiculous.
Julius Randle, if the Knicks end up 4th and almost closing in on the 3rd seat, if He should be all NBA, bro. I mean,
no. Without a doubt, he'll be
definitely
all. I think he'll be all
MVP
NBA.
votes as well.
He'll be all NBA, but he'll probably get second team because they're not gonna bypass Giannis and all these guys that are like the wonders of the East or whatever. But if he had my vote, he'd be all NBA. Probably first team all NBA, and he'd get a few MVP votes. I don't know if he's MVP right now. You still got, LeBron's missed so much time. I don't even know, but you got
all these
CP3.
guys don't qualify. That's another thing,
Listen,
so right now, really, it's between your boy, the Joker, out there in Denver, and your man Embiid out here, with the first seed, best player on the best team. But he doesn't have enough games yet, I don't think.
Yeah, and
he's on the precipice.
If, you want to add a few more names to that conversation, CP3. They're what, number two?
Man.
Number 2 in the West right now?
Which leads me to my next question, Corey. Who is the biggest surprise to you in the NBA? Is it the
biggest
Knicks?
Surprise? Well, okay. The Knicks is the biggest surprise, but to play away from the Knicks a little bit, look what the Phoenix Suns are doing.
Bro, that's my biggest surprise. They got no squad, no names, bro.
Look what the Phoenix, but who do they got now? Who came in this year?
Chris Paul is a franchise changer.
It's unbelievable. Look what he did in OKC last year.
Nobody thought OKC was gonna do anything after losing those balls.
I saw some stat. I mean, don't quote my numbers, but it was like a fraction of a percent that they were gonna make the playoffs last year. The Thunder.
Yes.
And look at them.
No, the Thunder, because I gambled, so the Thunder definitely would have great odds for them not to make the playoffs, bro. Like, to be honest with you. And they made the playoffs. And not only did they make the playoffs, they gave that team a scare.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
playoffs,
It was a great series.
Game
great
7,
series.
bro.
Great series. And Shai out there, he's going to be good, man. He's going to be good. Gillis Alexander. But honestly, the Phoenix Suns are probably the biggest surprise in the NBA. But when you mentioned the bubble before, that's what I was going to get at.
Yeah.
If you were watching the bubble basketball, which I'm pretty sure all of us were, because at that time
everybody was watching bubble basketball.
Starving for sports. Man. I actually know a couple people that just said that they couldn't get jiggy with it, bro. They couldn't get jiggy with the screens and all that. With me, I was so starving for sports back. I was watching I didn't
notice a difference, bro. I saw cats playing NBA caliber basketball, and also in the bubble, dudes showed out.
Yes, bro. Yes, and the Phoenix Suns were the one team that was unstoppable in the bubble. If you remember, I think they missed the playoffs on like some
technicality.
Yeah, some bullshit that happened at the end, but they were unbelievable in that bubble. And then I was like, damn, man, they're like a piece away. And then what do you know? Boom, boom, boom. Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns. And I heard Chris Paul had an offer to go to the 76ers.
Word?
And he deaded that because he wanted to go to the Suns. So he saw something special in Booker and DeAndre Ayton. And he was like, you know what? I could build with this team. And look at them. Number 2 in the West.
Wow.
And if you want a bold prediction, I got the Phoenix Suns going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
To the Western Conference Finals.
What am I saying? Eastern. Yeah. Western Conference Finals. And
really?
And
I don't know. I don't believe in them.
The one team I don't. That's my dark horse.
They're the biggest surprise, but I don't believe in them
my
at
dark
all.
horse. It's my dark horse.
I'm sorry. I look at that roster. I just don't see it happening, man. I just don't. I'm like, maybe they had a great regular season. They're well coached. They played above and beyond what you would think they did. But in those playoffs, in that Western Conference, that those big boys show out. Them Damian Lillards, Luka.
Okay, Luka's nasty. I love Luka. Yeah. Dallas ain't going nowhere, bro. Okay. Dallas is going nowhere.
So you think if there's a matchup between them and the Suns, they don't have a shot to beat the Suns?
Oh, no, I'll take the Suns in that series.
Okay.
I'll take the Suns in that series. I love Book. I think Book is nasty. And I think when you got a guy like Chris Paul on the floor, special things can happen. I know he hasn't been the biggest postseason player in his career, but
he hasn't been
horrible.
Knows?
But maybe he's due. Who knows? Yeah. That's the beauty about basketball right now. You got these big dynasties kind of emerging in different places, but well, you know what? With this short season, so many people are getting hurt on it,
and that's the X factor.
Yeah,
what's gonna happen? Who's gonna stay healthy, Corey?
All right, well, look,
who's gonna stay healthy? Because if teams are gonna be going through these same injury issues, man, the team that might come out the West might be Utah.
Nah. Okay, so that's where I'm thinking. I'm
You know
telling you
what
right
I'm
now,
saying?
Utah
They haven't
is
been
not
hurt?
going anywhere, bro.
Whoa, you are one of those people that will
I'm one
never
of
have
those.
faith in the
I don't
Utah
care
Jazz.
if you're first place. I don't care.
No faith
who
in
you
the
got.
Spider.
The
None.
only thing I'll give
None.
Donovan Mitchell is, I don't know if it's a timing thing, but ever since Shaq made them comments to that boy, he's been balling, bro.
He's an animal.
And to be first place in the West with the type of
First
firepower
place
that they got in the West,
bro.
it's
First
impressive.
place
But
in the West.
they're that team that does this every year. They're gonna get up there. Like,
I mean, but do they? They've never been a first seed.
they've never
been
been a first seed, but they get to the playoffs.
They teeter around there, but they've taken their game. Like you said, after Shaq talked that, that
You ain't
that
the
jump
one.
to
You
your
ain't the
board,
one. Yeah,
I'm
man.
telling he's like, well, my team ain't the one. They
All right.
first seed. That's a big deal.
All right.
That's a big deal.
So them, I don't know what the rankings are like right now. I don't really know. I mean, this doesn't go into effect, but let's say Utah versus the Clippers. Who you got winning that?
I like Utah. I have no faith at all whatsoever.
Well,
in the Clippers
at
all whatsoever.
You know what's funny? Last time we spoke,
I don't have faith
same
in Paul
thing.
George. I just don't. Kawhi could put up 75 and Paul George would shoot 0 for 20, 0 for 15 from the three-point line. And it's like, why are you shooting so many three-pointers, my brother? Take the ball to the rack. That's what you're best at.
Damn, man.
You know,
They
I don't have it.
disrespecting
I'm
PG
sorry.
now?
I'm not a fan of PG. We saw him get injured. We mentioned that last podcast. I love the guy. I'm glad that he came back. But I don't have any faith in PG. I just don't. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I don't
like
have
Paul
faith
George
in him.
too,
Look
man.
what happened last year in the Denver Nuggets series, bro. Down 3-1. Had him down 3-1. You know how much money I made off of Denver betting live?
For real, they choked, bro.
On a whim, I bet them live down in the third quarter, right? And the odds shot up to like 5-1. So if you bet $20, you get $100, right? So they did that, and I put 20. Then they were down again, so I put 50. And then boom, they did that again in Game 7. I put 100 on them, and Denver won.
Right.
I'm like, bro,
Damn.
there is no way with that team, Kawhi, Paul George.
That's it. Just stop it right there.
And a team that was at that moment in time, not no longer, because now they have the experience. But at that moment in time, their experience wasn't vast. And you let that young team come up on you, bro.
Well, listen, Jamal Murray was balling, bro.
So bad he got hurt, man.
That's what kills me, because
That
like
pissed me off,
I
man.
like Denver. You know, they got the kid that's supposed to be a Knick right now, Michael Porter Jr. balling. They got Jokic, probably
Denver has that clutch gene,
front runner
bro.
MVP.
Denver will be that team you never want to see in the playoffs, bro. I'm telling you.
But it sucks, man. You know, I
mean, they're done this year. They're getting bumped, whoever they play in the first round.
Yeah, losing Jamal Murray was too much to come.
It was too much, because that guy is absolutely insane.
And the one thing about him is he's one of them dudes that, like, in the big moments, he shows up. So when the playoffs, when the bright lights, he'll show up.
He'll hit a step back 3 with 8 people in his face. Like,
Dame
you know what I'm
Lillard-
saying?
Dame Lillard
Like,
shit.
he's got that, like,
Oh,
like,
so that's the other
no
team.
conscience.
So I'm a Knicks fan, die hard, but if you tell me, like, the Knicks will not win a championship this year, pick one team that if I had control of it, obviously.
Yeah.
That one team that you would love to see win a championship. I'm going with the Blazers for a few reasons.
Because you love Melo.
Ah.
Because you love Melo.
We need
Just say the
Melo.
truth,
Yeah,
man.
listen, man.
That's the reason.
Oh, man. What it would mean to us for Melo to get that ring, man.
By the way, okay, you know, it's great that you touched on that, because my next question to you is, do you like this playing nonsense?
Oh, I hate it, bro.
Bro.
I hate it.
Bro.
Why do they do shit like this,
I hate
man?
that, bro. I hate it with a passion, that marketing nonsense. It's all about the
my
money. We
God.
understand it. There is no reason why, if Russell Westbrook makes a 10th seed and him and Beal decide to go off for 2 games, next thing you know, you got the Boston Celtics, who have been grinding. You know, they haven't had the greatest year, but they've always been a consistent team. You know, and now they're not in the playoffs anymore. And then you had an underachieving, lackluster Wizards team throughout the whole season. All of a sudden, in a 4 out of 7 with the Sixers, which you know will not be competitive, bro.
Yeah. I mean, man, I love Russ.
Come on, dog.
I love Russ.
You
though.
can't go.
I love Russ.
No, I love
man.
Russ too. Don't
Russ
get it
is
twisted.
that
Everybody
dude,
knows
bro.
I fuck with Russell Westbrook. That's my guy.
Oh,
but
the man.
That team they don't deserve to make
No.
the playoffs.
Listen,
I
don't like the expanded playoff thing, and I think they're taking a page out of the MLB's book where they're like, oh, let's expand these playoffs. And the MLB's kind of bugging too, because I don't even. What did they have? 7 teams in each.
Well, that was last season. Now it's different. We're gonna get to the MLB.
Okay.
We're gonna transform into the MLB.
We'll go back, but
yeah,
I don't like it, man. You know what? It's already 8 teams making it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, leave it at that. Why are you trying to capitalize off an extra game or two to make some advertising money or some bullshit? And you're really fucking with the integrity of the league at that point.
And that's what I don't like. Why are you messing with the integrity? These guys busted their hump, went through a pandemic, 72 games they got to play now, shortened season.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, why now? Are you rewarding mediocrity?
Yep.
And we were already rewarding mediocrity by these bum ass teams getting into the playoffs under 500. Now you could have a team that was 3-4 games under 500 because they have 2 insane stars that could go off on you at any moment. They decide to play defense for 48.
All right, so I'll play devil's advocate.
All right.
I'm a Wizards fan.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that shit.
Of course.
Because you know what? We didn't start out that high, and we lost a few games on some bullshit, but
on
come
some
the end
bullshit
of the year,
because you were dirt. That's why you lost.
End of the year, you know what? Who's the 8th? So hold on. So I know who the way that the tournament works, who would play who?
I got you right. Like, look, my brother, if the season ended right now, okay, the first play-in game would be the Miami Heat versus the Charlotte Hornets, and this is how it works: 7 plays 8.
Oh, it's a dub for the Hornets,
right? 7 plays 8, and then 9 plays 10, which I don't understand within itself. If that's the case, 7 should play 10 and 8 should play 9, and then that's it. Call it a day.
So say it again.
So the Miami Heat would play the Charlotte Hornets. The Indiana Pacers would play the Washington Wizards.
You see, I take the Wizards there.
Those 2 winners, of course you take the Wizards. You're gonna bet against the guy that's leading the league in scoring and a guy that can put up a triple-double whenever he feels like it.
Bro, in his
come on, brother.
Sleep.
Yes. And then let's say Miami or Charlotte wins. Charlotte, who deserves to make the playoffs, man. Nobody. That's another little bit of surprise team, bro. They've been, nobody expected LaMelo to be that great. I didn't expect him to be that great so soon. Not so soon.
I was about to say not so soon, but
I didn't expect him to be a
good
factor at all.
Yeah.
I expected him to maybe play 20 minutes a game, put up like 10 and 6, and and develop himself as a player moving forward. He's a catalyst on that team.
Now he's looking like a triple-double machine in the making.
That team is dangerous, bro. They hit the 3-point shot. They play a little bit of defense, not crazy.
Who they got? Terry Rozier,
they got
Devontae Graham.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they have a decent squad over there in Charlotte. They deserve to make the playoffs. They've been balling all season long.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, okay, so that's an inexperienced team, all right? So you're going to put them against an experienced veteran like Westbrook. Westbrook could cook all 4 of those teams in a playoff.
All of them.
If he felt like it. And that's why it's not fair. You shouldn't reward lagging throughout the whole season, bro.
So
where did
my thing is, I mean, refresh my memory if I'm missing something, but where did that come from?
Because there was a 72-game season, so they wanted to. That was the thought process. Oh, we're going to have 10 less games. There's a lot of things that could happen in 10 games.
Okay.
Let's have a play-in this season.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like...
Yeah, they're on that bullshit. They're on that. Let's give everybody a fair chance just for fun. Just for fun baseball type shit.
I just pray the Knicks stay away from that nonsense, bro.
Listen, hopefully the Knicks are... 4 seed. I think we bust Atlanta's ass. First round we get Atlanta, we bust Atlanta's ass.
I don't know, bro. They struggled against Atlanta until my man got hurt, bro. That was a tough game.
Trey got hurt.
They had a hard time defending the Hawks, bro. But that boy Bogdanovic, bro. Oh man,
well, he's wet.
And then they
got
Capella on the interior, bro. Solid.
And by the way, if you do
that
fantasy
pick and
basketball,
roll, bro, that pick and roll with him and your boy,
it's disgusting. If you do fantasy basketball.
What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Clint Capella is a top 10 fantasy pick next season. I'm telling you right, bro, from personal experience, I have him. The dude gets like 20 and 20. Like it's insane. If you look at his stat sheet for what he does, and especially for like fantasy purposes, He's a double-double machine. He gets a double-double in his sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like 20 and 20. Like,
he's solid.
That's ridiculous.
He's solid, bro.
But
Trae Young is who I was talking about.
Oh, I know you're talking about Trae Young.
But that pick and roll with him and Trae Young, dogs.
Trae is nasty. I mean, Trae is one of my favorite young players.
That's gonna be a tough series for the Knicks. I'm gonna be honest. That's not the greatest matchup.
Yeah, okay, but what
if
changes
Randall
things?
plays like that, bro, because Randall hits step backs. Randall will post you up. Randall will hit that three, and the Knicks have the best defense in the NBA.
Okay, the Knicks are what? I mean, last time I checked, they were number one in what? 3 points.
Yeah, they're
number one in field goal percentage.
Right now, the Knicks are number one in defensive efficiency.
Yeah, defensive efficiency, field goal percentage, and 3-point percentage.
Yes.
So they're defending shooters like that.
Yes, they
and
are.
the Knicks can score. Look at Julius Randle. You give Julius Randle the ball.
But the Knicks can also go cold, man.
Oh, yeah,
They can go cold.
But the thing I like, all right, so this has become a New York Knicks podcast.
It's not really. You know, we're bouncing around. You
but
know,
I love it. No,
we're on the topic.
The reason
right
why
now,
I love that we circle back to the Knicks is because as New York Knicks fans, we're giddy right now. You know, we don't know what to do with ourselves.
We're rather hyped.
Oh, we
are
hyped. We hyped right now. We hyped. So the thing about the Knicks is like the Knicks are like the mixture of misfit toys from all over the world or all over the league that got thrown into one team and was like, yo, fuck it, make it work. You got D Rose balling. You got Julius Randle
By the way,
balling.
I just want to say something to D Rose right now. Sir, please stop thinking you're going to get injured. Keep doing those stretches you're doing before the game because nobody can stop you on any 1 second team.
Nobody,
No
bro.
one. That boy can get to the cup whenever he feels like it, bro. He's hitting the three. He's hitting the mid-range. But I feel like they're being tentative with him. We have an MVP on our team.
Yes, sir.
We do. Not that many.
And his name's not Julius Randle.
Exactly.
His name is D Rose.
And that is why the Knicks are so juicy to me. Because of Derrick Rose.
Yes, sir.
If they can start getting out of his shell and if he doesn't get injured and he's showing the explosion and the ability to make the shots and get to the 10 whenever he wants, you don't want to see those Knicks, bro.
Come on, man. I love D Rose, my favorite player. Like,
because Julius Randle is balling. I'd rather have Julius Randle right now than Antetokounmpo in the playoffs because Antetokounmpo can't hit shots.
Bro, that's the thing. So, all right. So, Giannis.
Milwaukee is 3, but what's going to happen with Milwaukee? They're going to do a boxing one.
Bro.
Which we hear that. Oh, my God, bro.
Yo, the Milwaukee Bucks are the biggest phonies in the league, bro. They do this every year. They ball out, but they're nasty. Like, they got Chris Middleton, Giannis, they got Drew Holiday. So they got pieces. They're nasty, right? But when it comes to the big moment, I can bet
they shrivel and die. They go in the shell like a turtle.
Basura, bro. Basura.
Bro, sorry Milwaukee fans.
And so that's what I was talking about.
Change?
Bro, how you win? He won 2 MVPs now,
Multiple MVPs.
How
back
you win
to back
2
seasons,
MVPs and you can't shoot a jumper, bro? Giannis is great. You look at the stats. Wow, they're so sexy. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. Like, Giannis is great. I'm not hating on Giannis, just a little bit.
No, you are hating.
I'm hating.
Keep it a buck, bro. You don't believe it.
How do you win MVPs and you can't shoot the rock, bro? Like, you ever see Giannis shoot a jumper? He looks like shit.
It takes too long to develop.
Bro,
it takes too long for him to execute the jump shot.
So Harden made that comment about, if I was like 7 foot tall, I would just run to the hoop and dunk it every time too. And at first I was like, damn, Harden's hating. But then I thought about it. I'm like, yo, not for nothing. Harden got a point, bro. Yeah. That's all Giannis is good at. I mean, granted, he could, he gets monster numbers like double-doubles, triple-double type shit. But in the big moment, like, the ball in his, like, okay, we're closing out the game. We down by 1 point. The Bucks got the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
I want Giannis with the ball. I want him with the ball because I know he's gonna miss. Or I know he might turn the ball over. He's not gonna hit an outside shot.
He's not gonna hit nothing.
You know that you got the game.
That's it. Over. Oh, I was talking about if we're playing them. Oh, if the Knicks playing them, I will.
They beat them twice already. They haven't fared well against the Knicks this year.
Fuck the Bucks. I got the New York. I'm on the juice right now. I don't give a fuck what anybody says right now. I got the New York Knicks going to the Eastern Conference Finals. That is my bold prediction.
Okay.
That's my bold prediction.
Whoa.
I know it's
just
the boldest
so you know, guys, there isn't
prediction.
water in his cup, okay? That might be why he just said that.
I know I'm bugging. I know I'm bugging. I don't care if I'm bugging. It's wishful thinking at the end of the day. But I love this.
But let's
New York
keep it on
Knicks
the
team.
Bucks, because you brought up a good point, because a team like that needs a point guard that can pick and roll consistently and hit an outside shot. That would nullify the fact that Giannis can't hit open jump shots.
Yeah.
You know, because he reminds me of like a more brolic, taller stat. Amari Stoudemire.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? And,
Listen.
but he had Steve Nash. They don't have a Steve Nash.
Well, listen,
and until they
they
don't
got
get
Drew.
if they had a player of the caliber of Chris Paul, then I would take them seriously.
Okay, yep, you're right. Well,
That's who they need. I don't know why they didn't go out. I mean, $41 million is why they didn't go after him. They couldn't afford him. You know, we forget Paul makes $41 million.
CP3, but he's earned, CP3,
Yo.
you earning that bread, my brother.
Brother,
you are
have,
killing
bro.
it.
I'll be honest with
killing
you.
it, bro.
7 years ago, bro, I wasn't as big of a fan as I am of you now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and I eat all the words that I've ever said negatively about you, because every team you go on, you make them better, and those are just the facts of life.
I mean, look, they tried to say, he wasn't working in Houston, that it was a him problem. He goes to OKC. Turns that whole culture around, turns the franchise around. He turns Phoenix around.
Not even around. He kept them where they were.
Well, exactly. Okay, he didn't turn them around. Exactly.
You thought they were going to be a lottery team. They made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, CP3, he should be in that MVP conversation. I know there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way I do.
Oh, definitely.
And I love Book. I love that team. I like I said, I like, if you had to take my dark horse, like everyone, okay, you're gonna be basic. We'll just say the Nets.
So your dark horse coming out of the West is
the Phoenix. So my dark horse coming out the West is Phoenix, and my dark horse coming out the East is the Knicks.
Okay.
And whatever, throw a little home bias on it, whatever you want to say.
And by the way, even though he has home bias, last year he was 1 for 4 on his predictions. He did pick the Lakers to win it all, which you could say what you want, but at the end of the day, you got, it was the bubble and you got to win the chip. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know who was going to win after this bubble situation.
Yeah.
So you got them, and you did pick the Dodgers to go to the World Series, which you got that pick right.
I picked I go to the Yankees.
No, you picked the Yankees, which we're gonna get to later, and please don't mention them too much this podcast because they're terrible.
Oh Jesus! Anyway, yeah,
but you did well.
Right.
You did,
I was right about a couple of things.
You did well
man.
on your NBA picks, so don't think that we're homer and biased over here. And if you have any comments, please drop them down in the YouTube comment section.
Like, yo,
but
these
my
guys
boy,
love the
boy
Knicks.
did know what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're homers, don't get it twisted. We got Jeter in the background. Even no, you are a Yankees fan.
Oh yeah.
So,
Die hard, bro.
Yeah. But the reality is that we do pay attention to the whole league, and we try to keep things equal across the board. Now, my next question to you, Corey, is, okay, check this out. We're gonna go through possible playoff matchups right now, okay? Because this is fun. This is always fun.
Let's do it.
If the playoffs ended today,
okay,
Brooklyn would play Charlotte. Who you have and how many games? And this is the Eastern Conference, y'all.
Brooklyn, clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Okay, then we will have the Sixers versus the Miami Heat.
Sixers and 6.
Sixers and 6. Wow, you're giving Miami 2 games out of the respect what they did last year?
Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy Butler, awesome player. Tyler Herro's a young stud in the making. And I just think they got that experience. Call it the bubble, call it whatever you want. They made it to the fucking finals, bro.
That was insane.
Put some respect on that man Bam's name, on Jimmy's name, on those boys. Miami's okay, if you told me Miami went back to the Eastern Conference Finals, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think it's fucked up. They ran into Philly. Fuck, man. Damn, do I want to pick Philly in that series?
Bro,
you know what? I'll
first
get
of
Philly.
all,
I'll
I
get
give
Philly
the
in 6.
Heat no shot at all.
Philly
it will
6.
be a
Philly in
sweep.
6.
You are bugging. What they did last year was a bubble phenomenon. I'm sorry. No faith in the Heat. You play in a whack division. It's a little better this year. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't have any faith in the Heat. They'll get swept by the Sixers. You think they'll go 6. Got you.
Yeah, Sixers and 6.
Now, this is interesting. We got the Bucks versus the Celtics if it ended right now. Who do you got?
Celtics and 7.
Yes.
Celtics and 7.
Another first round exodus by the overachieving regular season Bucks. Sorry.
Celtics and if Kemba could just up his game a little bit to cardiac Kemba,
I don't even think he needs to do that. I just don't have any faith in the Bucks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No.
I think with Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Smart alone, they'll devour these cats.
Oh yeah, like I said, the Bucks, they choke every year. It's not even What if they literally ran out. They said, fuck it, we choked last year. Let's run out the same roster. Maybe we'll do it again this year. Come on. They ran out the same exact.
But they did him dirty with that Bogdanovich situation. That young kid, bro, he's balling on Atlanta right now, and he would have taken the Bucks over the top. I love that kid.
Well, refresh my mind. What do you mean?
Well, there was an issue with the trade or whatever. There was like a sign and trade that never went down. Bogdanovich, that's on Atlanta, was not supposed to be on Atlanta. He was supposed to go to the Bucks last season.
Really?
Facts.
Fuck, what? Yeah, I must have missed that.
And then something happened there. I don't know. It was a little convoluted, but he ended up going to Atlanta instead. Might have been like a contract situation or something there. You know what I mean?
So they had a deal in place?
There was a deal in place to send Bogdanovich over to the Bucks.
See, that's
that.
But okay. So look at that. Look exactly. Look how that one move could change the whole story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That 3-point shooter. That you know you could
who
spread
can
the
get his
floor
own
a little
shot
bit.
off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Spread the floor a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Listen, but like I said, okay, so who was it? Bucks versus
Bucks Celtics. You know the Celtics are washing them.
Jason Tatum,
bro, that's an experienced team too, bro. They've been doing it for a minute.
Jason Tatum,
I don't like
disgusting.
the Celtics. I think,
no. I'm not a Celtics fan.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit overrated, but to beat the Bucks, I got them to beat the Bucks. Bro, they got more heart than the Bucks.
Put your paper up. The Bucks are going to lose,
yeah, that's easy money.
Make your bucks on the Bucks.
That's easy money. And then we'll have the Knicks versus the Hawks, which is not the greatest. I don't like that matchup for the Knicks. I wish it wasn't them. I'd rather play the Celtics than I'd rather play the Bucks, to be honest. The Hawks, to be honest.
Oh, hell no. Listen.
Because the Knicks match up better. It's all about matchups in the NBA. You know that. Nobody on the Celtics can stop Randall. Nobody.
Fuck the Hawks, bro. The Knicks would wash the Hawks in a first-round series, bro. The Hawks. Okay, yeah, they got that.
I mean, we have home court advantage, which is why we'd beat them. But that would be a 7-game series for sure.
Okay.
I have the Knicks in 7.
Knicks in 7.
I like that.
Knicks in 7.
I like that. Knicks in 7.
Knicks in 7. First round.
All right,
Book
cool.
it.
All right, so we're going to move over to the Western Conference, the possible first-round matchups. All right, so you know what? Before we do that, all right, so you think, okay, so if it's 1-4, the Nets will play the Knicks, you have the Knicks winning? No, not really, do you? I mean,
the Knicks versus the Nets?
Not a healthy Nets team. Come on. You know they're not beating them. Come on, brother. Just say it.
The New York...
How many games do you think the Knicks will win, though?
Yeah, all right.
How many games do you think the Knicks will win, though?
4.
Come on, Knicks fans. We got to be serious. Come
4.
on. 4?
4.
All right.
Can we get 4?
And you know the Sixers, you think the Sixers will wash the Celtics? Not wash, but they'll eliminate them. I think so. I just don't have any faith in the Celtics, man.
Yeah, I see.
They're just good enough to cause ruckus, and that's it.
6 and 6 again.
All right, and then I guess you would have the Knicks against the thing, but in realistic terms, when the Nets play the Sixers, who would you got?
It's hard, bro. For me to sit up here and be
who do you have between the Knicks and Sixers? Healthy squads.
For me to sit up here and be like the Knicks are gonna
well, you said at the beginning you think the Nets will beat the Sixers.
Yeah. I think the Knicks, the Nets and the Sixers.
We'll move on. We'll move on because we don't want to.
So now we got the Nets in the finals.
All right, there we
go.
Fucking which is what you said at the beginning. Okay?
Jesus Christ.
Now we in the Western Conference, right? Do you think the Lakers are locked to make it to the to the NBA championship? If healthy.
Okay, I don't want to say a lock because that's kind of disrespecting the other teams out there.
But you had no problem saying that on the Eastern Conference situation?
Well, I did have a problem with it because fuck the Nets. I have a very big problem with saying the Nets are
all right, so
lock.
the Lakers aren't a lock in your opinion?
No, the Lakers, I don't want to say a lock, but like I said again, if you put a gun to my head and told me who's in the finals this year, the Lakers.
Really?
Look, okay, bro.
If you put a gun to my head, I'm not saying the Lakers.
Who?
I like the Jazz. Bro.
Oh my God.
I like the Jazz.
You're gonna risk your life.
I would risk my life on the Utah
that's a
Jazz.
Chrome gun up to your head.
I don't
and you're
have
gonna say
the Jazz didn't get a shot at the Lakers last year because they lost to the Nuggets in a series that they should have won.
There's no way.
I think that they're so bitter. They have a monkey on their shoulder. They are just ready to rock and let everybody know in the Western Conference what time it is. That the spider has arrived in that Rudy Gobert.
The spider is about to get stomped out.
Avec moi ce soir? My man, Rudy Gobert.
The spider will get stomped out by LeBron and the boys.
I absolutely disagree. But okay, let's go through the conference matchups though. If the season ended today.
Okay.
The Jazz versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, who do you have there?
Oh, fuck. All right.
Wow, you really
I'm gonna
hate the
say
Jazz.
the
You said, oh,
Jazz.
fuck.
I'm gonna say the Jazz.
How many games? How many games with Memphis
fucks
got?
with Memphis,
I know,
bro.
but how many games you give them?
5-1. Five. Jazz and 5.
Jazz and
I'll
5?
give
Okay.
Memphis will take one.
Okay, then you have the Suns against the Portland Trailblazers. That's a bad matchup.
That's like a worst
That's
case
what I mean about the
scenario.
Phoenix Suns. If they play the Blazers, I don't see them beating the Blazers, bro.
You see,
I just
that's
can't
crazy.
see
So
that.
I originally said
McCollum and Lillard, bro, the clutch situation. The fact that Paul doesn't guard up on Lillard well, he chews him up and spits him out.
Yeah.
You know, and then they have interior presence, Ayton and that boy, what was it, Vujicic? That's on the Trailblazers. I don't know. That's not a good matchup.
Yeah, they just picked him up, right?
That is not a good matchup, bro.
All right, so I originally said Phoenix, right?
That's not
my
a good
dark
matchup.
horse.
That's not a good matchup
It's
for
a
them.
tough out.
They'll
That's
get
a tough
bumped,
out,
bro.
I hate to say it. I think you're right. Look, I'm going against my own word already. Unbelievable. But
Not
you know
really.
what,
You just didn't know what the playoff matchups
Well, you know
were.
what it is.
It could
Exactly.
change, though.
Now that
That's
you
not
say
reality.
now that you give me the playoff matchups, it kind of
Yeah.
changes the narrative a little bit.
But that's not right now because you got the playing game right now. It's a little early. You know, we're
Yeah.
giving if the season ended today.
Yeah.
You know, but
Because,
let's say
listen. I would love, like I already said, like the Blazers winning would be fantastic, but
Yeah.
Lillard in the playoffs, that boy becomes
So what do you think, Corey? What does your gut say? 2-7, a Suns Blazers matchup.
Fuck.
It's
I think,
7 games, obviously.
and
You're
the,
already
and,
thinking.
and the Blazers just picked up Vucevic, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I'm going against my own shit already. I'm gonna go with the Blazers in 7, bro.
No, the Blazers didn't pick up Vucevic. I think he's already on the team. No, who's their center? I'm gonna find out right now. Give me a second.
Well, somebody just traded because he was on. Oh, you're talking about Nurkic.
Nurkic, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
Because someone just traded
was-
for who just traded for Vucevic?
Oh, the Bulls, I think, traded for him.
The Bulls. Yeah. I'm thinking Nurkic.
No, but
is
Nurkic,
Nurkic
yeah, I got the
healthy?
name.
Is Nurkic healthy
Well,
right now?
if he's healthy, let's say all things being equal, he's healthy, he's playing.
Oh, man.
It's tough.
Damn, you know what? Man.
I have the Blazers to bump them. I'm sorry. I'm not betting against big game Dame.
All right.
Not against an inexperienced Phoenix Suns team, bro. Paul can't do it by himself, bro.
Fuck it. Go to the next one. We
No, you gotta make a choice, man.
All right,
Just
you know, you're driving me crazy here because
Just make one.
you got Melo and the boys, and I want Melo to win so bad, but you got Phoenix and Book and CP3. You know what? Let's change that up. We going Phoenix in 7.
Okay, Phoenix in 7. All right, you got the Clips against the Mavs. If the season ended today, who you got?
Oh, the Clippers. Clippers in 6.
Clippers in 6.
Yeah, Clippers in 6.
Got you. All right, then you got the Nuggets versus the Lakers. Man, the season ended today with no Murray.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. All right, cool. Cool.
Damn, man, I'm still bugging out
telling
off
you,
that
bro.
Portland
I'm telling
Phoenix
you, I'll rock
shit.
your world, baby. It's the
That
Angel
would-
of Words podcast,
that would
baby.
fuck me up.
I know it would,
That would
man.
fuck me up. Seeing that series early would fuck me up, man.
Now, Corey, we're going to move over to Major League Baseball. You know, Major League Baseball, the good old game. You know, the game Puerto Ricans and Dominicans love to play, you know.
Baseball,
Now,
man.
Corey, recently Gary Sheffield said that he doesn't watch baseball because it's whack and the brand of baseball they're playing is trash. And we talked about this in the last podcast.
We did. We touched
how,
on that.
How do you feel about baseball right now, bro? By the way, and I just want to let you know, real quick side note, the playoffs are back to the original format that it was before the year before, where there's two playing games for the wild card. And then they go 4 teams. So
Okay.
all 3 division winners playing game for the wild
so it's
card.
back to that. Not
It's
that bullshit from last
It's back
year.
to that. But,
I love
bro,
it.
I mean, I don't know how you've been feeling about the 7 innings in double headers.
Okay, so I'll tell you a couple things that I hate. It's probably gonna
All right, go ahead.
It's probably
Yeah, go
gonna
ahead.
echo my
Go
sentiments
ahead,
from
yeah.
last
Yeah,
year.
yeah, go ahead.
A couple things I hate
Yeah.
about Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this extra innings runner on second bullshit? That is the most fabricated college football type of shit. Like
That's the World Baseball Classic,
that
baby.
is that bullshit. Like, yo, I hate it, yo. I've never hated a rule more than that one, bro. That one is like, put a runner on second in extra innings. Like, that's based, like, I get both teams get it, so it's like equal advantage both teams, but it's such bullshit because like it just fucks with the integrity of the game.
Yes.
It's bullshit. And then what's the other one? The other new rule that they just implement. Oh, the double. So when you have a double head, so every other game is 9 innings. But when you got a double header, there's 7 each. Like
7 each.
That's the dumbest. And then there's okay, so that's the dumbest shit. But the dumbest in the Mount Rushmore or getting there of dumb shit going on in Major League Baseball, and this one has been around for years. Why the fuck does the National League not have a designated hitter? I don't get it's literally the only sport where 2 different conferences play by 2 different sets of rules.
I love it though, but that's the sexy part about baseball.
It's
nah,
stupid.
Man. I love that rule.
But why?
Because that's what
is there to love about
differentiates.
it?
That's the little unique aspect of baseball. That's what makes it sexy. That's what gives it its charm.
No.
If they get rid of that, I don't even want to watch baseball no more.
So you want to see hitters hit?
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm sorry, you want to see pitchers hit?
Yes, I think it's awesome. That's the way baseball's played, bro.
Okay.
In that league.
But if that's the case, but it should be both ways. It should be American League. They got to choose one fucking way to do it.
I find it beautiful because at the end of the day, now, which they got right, the best team gets home field advantage. So if you spent the whole season,
play by my rules,
you play by, and that's dope, man. That's the way baseball's always been. Look, you're on my turf, you play by my rules. I'm on your turf, I play by your rules, dogs. And I got to beat you at your game. That's what gives baseball its charm. If they get rid of that, I don't even want to watch baseball no more. Baseball has me ticked the hell off.
I don't like why they're trying to. Okay, I get like baseball doesn't have as much appeal as the NBA and the NFL right now. So they're trying to do little things and little quirks to kind of say, let's attract the younger audience and let's speed up the game.
But everything they're doing doesn't work, Corey.
Nothing.
Everything they're doing is making it worse and worse and worse.
They're doing nothing to improve the game. They're doing nothing to improve. If anything, they're making the game worse, which is the worst case scenario. It's bullshit. But like I said, they got to figure something out because I just don't understand how you could give credibility to 2 records. Okay, take random team in the National League, random team in the American League, whoever they are.
Yeah.
And they're playing by 2 different sets of rules. They're in the same league. They're playing the same sport. Their record, there's no indication at the end of the year says, oh, well, this team also dealt with the fact that the pitchers were actually hitting. Nothing. There's nothing but so they're playing by 2 different sets of rules, but it all counts the same. It's fucking stupid.
It doesn't all count the same, though, Corey, because in the stats, you have the NL stats, you have the AL stats, you have the AL MVP, you have the NL MVP, you have the NL Cy Young Award winner, you have the AL Cy Award. It's always been separate. And then, boom,
but they have that in every
worlds
league.
Collide. That's dope, man, to me.
Okay, so, all right, I see what you're saying. So in that sense, it's cool. In the sense that, like in football, there's just one MVP.
Yeah.
In the NBA, there's one MVP.
Yeah.
In baseball, you actually get the luxury of getting 2 MVP.
Yes.
Okay, that's the one point that I will say, okay, that makes it worth it. But other than that, it just changes the whole way the game is played. It changes everything. And I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of it. If they did away with, if they gave everybody a DH, I feel like some of their problems that they're dealing with the lack of, okay, so what does baseball want? If baseball had their way, there'd be 100 home runs a game. There'd be like exciting plays all day.
Which is the issue, Corey.
Okay.
And I want to bring this up right now. I feel that the geeks that made fantasy baseball and have
Fantasy's ruining it.
No, it's not fantasy, but it's the thought process now. Everybody thought that all these analytics would make the game better. Mm-hmm. And yes, there was a transition where the game was changing. You're like, oh, wow, where is this going? Mm-hmm. And it's gone to the garbage because now we're doing launch angles. Yeah. Now we're doing velocity. Yeah. The velocity of the way the ball, leaves the spin rate, if you will. That shit is stupid because now you have Aaron Boone putting a fucking pitcher in a playoff game for 1 inning. Oh, he's the starter. and then we're gonna bring in the relievers in between.
Oh yeah. So that but
the
it wasn't Aaron Boone who started.
No, I know
Tampa was the team who started that bullshit.
But that shit is absolutely ridiculous.
All right, so
because
we
you know
differ
what
on
it
that
does.
too.
Because you know what it does. It gets everybody focused on the fucking home run. There's no action in the game at all because guys are striking out 150 times.
Well, that's the problem. The problem with MLB right now is that there's so many fucking strikeouts.
Because there's no onus on putting the ball in play.
Because all they want to do is hit the long ball.
That's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Okay.
A long ball was a beautiful thing that happened because there was a mistake made at the plate. You should never go to the plate. If you ever played baseball, if you ever know what the essence of playing baseball is, you should never go to the plate trying to hit a home run. You go to the plate expecting a ball in the zone that you like, and you do what you can with it.
Contact.
If it ends up being a home run, great. Because at the end of the day, yeah, that's beautiful. You want to strike out because you don't want to hit into a double play. But whatever you hit into the most amazing error, because the '86 World Series. Oh. What if my man Mookie never hits that ball to your boy?
Yeah, I feel bad for that dude, man. That dude went through hell.
He went through hell. But you know what? Now, to me, he's a hero because now the baseball isn't played like that. Mookie would have struck out trying to get the right launch angle on a curveball with the spin rate. That's, you know what I'm saying? You're fucking the game up, bro. Guys got to play defense. You got to put the ball in play because at the end of the day, the teams that win put the ball in play.
That's it. And that's the
Nationals,
one problem.
Put the ball in play.
That's the problem
Dodgers,
I have
put
with
the ball
the
in play.
Yankees. The Yankees live and die by the long ball.
The Yankees aren't going nowhere this year. The Yankees ain't shit this year. And I'm going to say that out loud. And they're turning me off. And they got to start letting dudes rock beards because it ain't fucking 1925. Like, I will stop being a Yankee fan. Like,
yo, bro.
I could see myself moving towards the Mets wave, bro. Because I don't like this shit. Let dudes rock their fucking facial hair how they want. That shit is OD discriminatory. Yankees, sorry to say, it's the truth. Let dudes rock their beards however they want because there's no sense of your professionalism having your beard cut off. Because I know as many douchebags, Matt Gaetz, for example, I don't know if y'all into politics, but that cocksucker who's been sleeping with 17-year-old girls always has his beard shaved. You know what I'm saying? So it's no thing towards your professionalism not wearing facial hair.
Well,
but
that's
that
crazy.
being said, we got 5. I don't mind that Judge strikes out over 100 times. I don't mind that Stanton strikes out over 100 times because those are our power hitters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. They're there to try to slap home runs. But everybody else, your second baseman, Corey, why is second baseman striking out 100 times, dogs?
You know what it is? They made him shave his beard. And it threw away his swag, man.
I think so.
Listen, that rule is, listen, I have friends that are Mets fans, and they say that rule is borderline like discriminatory.
It's racist.
And racist. And I can understand it because the only thing I'll say is like, if I went to apply for a job today and they were like, all right, we love you, you're great, you fit our culture, but you're gonna have to go clean shaven and you can't have a I'm gonna be like, fam, yes. I'm out.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of other opportunities out there. So who's to say? I mean, granted, the Yankees just happen to be the epitome of like excellence in baseball. So
but for
there's
how
not
long?
many players that
they
are
haven't
gonna
won a championship in 12 years, and things are getting worse. They're not getting better, and I don't see them getting better this year. They look terrible.
No, well, I think they'll get better. I think the
Bro,
thing is with the Yankees.
210.
Okay, I get it. I think the hitting will pick up. The pitching, like they took a risk. They got guys like Kluber and Tyon, and they were there were risks to take that had high upside, and I think that the upside potential will eventually pan out. But I think they'll start hitting eventually. I mean, Aaron Judge is going to start hitting some home runs soon. When Giancarlo gets a hold of that ball is like the one he hit yesterday was ridiculous.
Yeah, he hit a shot.
And I just think Glaber is almost the X factor at this point because I think that the fact that he's struggling at the position of shortstop is kind of fucking with him mentally. I think once he gets it together, or if the Yankees can make a move to get him back to second, I don't know.
Why don't the Yankees have a shortstop, bro?
Yeah, you know what? Think about how valuable Didi Gregorius is now,
bro. Like, and that's my thing. You get rid of Didi and you don't replace Didi.
Yeah. Well, what the problem is that when Didi was, remember the year prior, Didi was out for a significant portion of games in the beginning, and Glaber, they just like, oh, fuck it, zoop, slide Glaber to short. But the problem is that Glaber's a much better second baseman than he is shortstop.
He can't handle shortstop. He's horrible, bro.
But coming up in the Cubs organization, I believe he was a shortstop when they signed him, and the Yankees decided to move him to second because they already had Didi. So then when they decided, like, you know, we're gonna move on from Didi and we're gonna put Glaber to short, I just think that was a mistake. I think they should have found a way to, and because the other thing that Didi brings to the table is he's a lefty bat in the middle of that lineup.
Yes.
And if you guys know Yankee Stadium, lefties are gonna, you know, prosper. They're gonna thrive in Yankee Stadium because of that short porch. So the Yankees really have no like we have power hitters. Don't get me wrong. We got Judge, we got Stanton, we got Sanchez. Sometimes
it's a righty late in lineup.
They have no lefty power
at all. And you're not gonna win like that.
And that'll hurt the Yankees. So the Yankees got to wake up. They got to make a move. They got to do something because we can't keep. Listen, we could beat all these teams, but if we can't beat the Rays, we're fucked. Yeah. If we can't beat these teams in the East,
the Astros,
the Rays, the Red Sox, like we're fucked. And we need to beat those. And
if we keep thinking that we're gonna get Carlos Correa, let me tell you something. As a Boricua, he's not coming to the Yankees, bro. It doesn't matter how much money they offer him. He does not want to be a good fit, though. He's not. He's from my town in Puerto Rico. The word is he does not want to play for the Yankees. So Yankees, cash me. You may think that I'm just some idiot that runs a podcast out here in New York City, but let me tell you something, man. Come to the studio and you'll see all my educated plaques from everything that I've accomplished in education on my wall. And I have my ear to the streets in Santa Isabel, Puerto Rico. Carlos Correa is not coming to New York. It doesn't matter how much money you offer him, bro. He does not want to.
All right, so then who? So take Correa off the table.
Yeah. I don't know who's coming over here.
Who's coming?
I don't know. I feel like the Yankees are on a downward spiral right now, bro. And I feel like this is just the beginning. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he'd rather play with the Mets.
I think you're overreacting.
Who would you rather play with? Your boy on the Mets and go to move over to third, and it'll be Lindor and Correa?
And Correa goes to third, and like A-Rod Jeter type shit?
Because he played third in the World Series Baseball Classic.
Oh, remember that? Whew. Look at that team. Yo, how that team didn't win?
You know, Stroman went ham, and he's Puerto Rican too, which is crazy.
Yo,
half and half. I know he didn't want to play for us.
He didn't want to play for Puerto Rico. That's fucked up.
I feel like I'm going to use the Puerto Rican.
That's fucked up. Like, look, I'm American. Obviously, I was born and raised in America, but like,
it was a tough,
when it comes to baseball,
tough game to watch. I'm like, really? Why we got to play the USA?
Yeah, like when it comes to baseball,
every other Spanish team played.
I was going for Puerto Rico, bro. Like, obviously, I'm American, but like the Puerto Rican squad, I just liked them better. The blonde, remember they had the blonde hair at one point.
I colored my hair blonde.
Yeah, you were. Yo, that's right. Yo, this man had blonde hair.
I was on that wave,
and
man.
If I had hair, my shit would have been blonde too. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Yo, it's crazy.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I think if they could get somebody at the Correa caliber or somebody at shortstop, the Yankees, they got. Look, I love Glaber. Like, don't get me twisted. I love Glaber.
He's a good player.
His defensive deficiencies are affecting him at the plate.
Yep.
And I love Gio Urshela at third. Just lock up Gio Urshela, put him at third.
He's a beast.
You don't have to worry about anything because he got a bat and his glove is insane.
Yeah.
Clint Frazier, the jury's still out on Clint Frazier. Yeah. You know what? He got gold glove. Like how you go from being a defensive liability and then the following, whatever the year after, you get Gold Glove nomination. So he's good, but he can't hit the ball for shit. Aaron Hicks, I think he had a homer yesterday. Pretty sure.
Aaron Hicks is inconsistent.
But he's too inconsistent. So it's like the Yankees got a lot of holes, but at the end of the day, I think the Yankees have enough firepower that they could take out some of these other teams. But they're like a move or two away. They got to solidify that rotation. You know, Cole is a lock almost every time he pitches, but Tyon and Kluber and Montgomery and they're not. They're just.
I mean, Kluber's gonna have a decent year.
No, he's good.
Decent,
they're good.
But that rest of that rotation with Severino's still injured, that's a disaster.
See, if Severino was still here or Tanaka, Tanaka would have been a nice. Yeah. Even though Tanaka wasn't the best, he was. But he was consistent.
He kept the ball down. He kept the home run situations.
You could
down,
count on him. You could count on Tanaka, but I just think. The Yankees bullpen is ridiculous. That's the one thing that the Yankees got over everybody. Like their bullpen had consistently every single year is lights out. So I think the Yankees bullpen is nasty. If they could shore up the starting rotation with one guy, I can't really give you a name off the top of my head right now.
There is none available. Nobody's giving you starting pitching.
There's really nobody giving up starting pitching at this point. But I think the Yankees, okay, up until this point, we've underachieved, right? We haven't really won the game. We lost series to Toronto. We lost series to Tampa Bay. But at the end of the day, the Yankees are going to be good. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to...
So you're not too worried, and you think the Yankees will make the playoffs. All right, cool.
I'm not too worried.
We'll move along, bro, because my man Lindor got $341 million, and I want to know how you feel about that.
Okay.
With baseball's ratings going down. I'm like, yo, where's baseball getting all this money from? Like, how are cats getting $341 million? And, yo... Salute to you, Boricua power, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I fucks with Lindor.
You know, you my dude. I love you, man. Good for you. But I'm like, yo,
how does he get that bag?
But my thing is like, yo, bro, like, what's happening in baseball? Like, you know,
how does he get that bag?
How do you have left fans and everybody getting crazy moolah?
Well, so the thing about baseball is they get these long contracts, right? So like, you could get a guy making the same annual money in the NBA, but with baseball, it's like, yeah, you're making that money, but we're going to give you 12 years, 10 years. So the Mets are essentially banking on Francisco Lindor being a dynamite top-of-the-line player into his, like, late 30s.
Yeah.
Like, bro. Like, I love Lindor. Don't get it twisted. Puerto Rican power, I love Lindor.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be worth that money after year 5.
Bro,
but okay, so but who?
That's how I feel.
Okay, but look at what the Padres did with this kid.
Machado?
No, the other one. Tatis
Jr.
So they signed him for what, 14 years?
Yeah.
He's still going to be a stud when he gets off that contract, right? Because he's nasty.
Yeah.
But it's actually smart for them to do that because
he's a kid.
Yeah. And he's going to be, if he puts up astronomical numbers by year 7, let's say, you probably got him on a discount.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying? Whereas a guy like Lindor, I mean, I want to say worst case scenario because I hope this isn't the case for all my Mets fans out there, but what if his best years are behind him?
Yeah.
Like, he's already been a stud in this league. At least
he's kind of young still. He's like 26.
He's 26. Yeah, which is young. But for baseball terms, you're saying you gave him a 10-year deal. You signed him till he's 36. That's tough. I like him, though. And you know what? For the Mets, I feel like Lindor is the face and the aura and the guy that fits the Mets. Yes. You know, they've always had that kind of Latino swag with Jose Reyes and all them boys.
Beltran, Delgado.
Yeah, so the Mets have always had that Latino in the middle of the thing that they build around. And I think that he's a good piece for them. Honestly, like the Mets, if you told me the Mets
first place right now,
if you told me the Mets made it to the World Series again this year, I wouldn't be like surprised.
All right, great, because that brings me to like, you know, one of my questions for you in baseball. First of all, who's your biggest surprise in baseball right now? Because mine is the Cincinnati Reds. You never hear about them, but Castellanos is balling, and bro, that team looks like they might take the Central, bro, because the Cubs look shaky.
Oh, the Cubs! I feel like ever since their title, the Cubs have looked shaky. It's like they shook off the rust of that title,
which I don't blame them. It's
they were like, fuck it, we're good.
You know what's so funny? As a fan watching, I'm like, okay, the Cubs are gonna win, and then nobody's gonna give a shit. Like, you know?
Yeah, they signed their ticket already. They're like, fuck it, we got ours. Y'all motherfuckers better be happy with whatever we give you up until this point.
Yeah, no, but it's a fact though. I mean, and you know, they deserve it. It was like 108 years before they won.
Yeah.
Like,
I was happy for that. I was going for the Cubs that year. I wanted them to win.
If I was a Cubs fan, I'd still be celebrating the championship.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about what's happening right now.
Hell yeah, I was in Chicago during the time of that shit, and I never seen a crazier
really
sport. Well, I was there the night that they, just by chance too, but the night that they clinched to make it to the World Series. I think it was Game 6 against the Dodgers.
Yeah,
and I was in Wrigleyville, and it was the craziest.
What the hell were you doing in Wrigleyville?
You know what? I had booked the trip to Chicago months before that. For that specific weekend, not even thinking baseball, nothing.
Okay.
And then when we get there, we're like, yo, shit, the Cubs are in Game 6 tonight. Let's go check out Wrigleyville.
That's so serendipitous.
So we cop our Chicago Cubs hats. We trying to fit in with the crowd and shit. And it was the craziest sports scene I've ever been a part of. Like, for that one day, I was like, let's go Cubs, bro. I was blending in with the Chicago
vibe.
I was blending in with the deep dish pizza and all that Chicago vibes.
Which is delicious, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely delicious. But, okay, Chicago, they're a dub, right?
Yeah.
The only team I think, I mean, this is an early prediction. Obviously, we're like, a few games into the MLB season, so this is like a super
the Yankees aren't even that far out. Like, people be wild.
Yeah, like, oh my God, the Yankees. Like, bro, y'all realize it's 162 games in an MLB season? Like, and the Yankees usually get hot in like June and July when they start smacking everybody up.
That's a fact.
But, okay, if you told me right now, Mets and the Dodgers in the, American League, National League Championship Series, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mets won. I mean, and granted, last time the Mets won, it was almost on the same shit. It was we got dynamite pitching.
Yeah.
And we got a few hitters that are going to come through in the clutch.
Which they have, and they really came up with my man Pete Alonso, bro.
Pete Alonso. I'm still mad at Pete Alonso because he took that record away from Judge. I thought Judge was going to... I was like, oh, Judge just broke this shit. It hasn't been broken in years. Nobody's going to get this record in years. And then what? It was like 2 years later?
Probably like the next year.
It was like a following year. Some bullshit.
Crazy,
fucking
bro.
Pete Alonso comes
Even though
out
Judge should have won the MVP that year.
Yeah, over Altuve's bum ass. Fuck Altuve. Fucking... No, whatever. Piece of shit. Little fucking 5-foot piece of garbage. Fucking buzzer.
Yo, so Corey, who do you like this year? So let's talk about this. All right. So look, let's say that the playoffs.
Oh wait, no, but you asked me a question and I didn't get to.
Oh,
so a team that I'm surprised.
Yeah,
by,
the surprise teams. Yeah, facts. Yeah,
the
we went
Oakland Athletics,
bro. I like
right
them.
now.
I'm picking the Oakland Athletics to win the World Series this year. I'm telling you, everybody, put your money on them. That's my futures bet. Put your money now. You get a lot of money back in return, depending on what you're using to gamble.
Killing it, bro.
They're killing it.
They got like 13, 14 in a row right now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, those A's, bro. I have them to win it all this year.
You know what it is? So if none of y'all have seen the movie Moneyball, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen because it came out a little while ago. You watch that movie, I don't give a fuck what team you're a fan of. You just want that team to win just off the strength of that movie. Like the way that movie came, it was basically, long story short, it's like they took their personal bias out of it. They took everything out of it, star power and all this shit out of it. And they literally said, we are going to go 100% analytics, on-base percentage. And they took the weirdest statistics and built the team around it. I mean, if it wasn't for the Yankees that year, they would have probably done something. But that
was the steroid era, so maybe that's what helped the Yankees succeed.
Yeah, and the Oakland Athletics to do something like that, and to be a team that is just completely, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, who's the high? I don't know off the top of my head, but who's the highest paid player on the Athletics? Like, I couldn't even tell you that. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows that.
Meanwhile, guys are getting 300, 400
Buster
million.
only knows that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's guys out there getting 300, 400 million to play for the Angels.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Mike Trout. Mike Trout. Just end your year with the Yankees, bro.
He's never coming to the Yanks, bro.
Just come, bro. Just come to the Yankees, bro.
Stop being so crazy, man.
Just come. We could use a center fielder. We give you Aaron Hicks.
Nobody wants Aaron Hicks, bro. You give the Angels the whole Yankee outfield, and I take it.
Yo, they'll be like, nah, we're good, fam. But the problem with Trout is that he'll never achieve that superstardom because he doesn't market himself properly. And
that's a baseball problem. I don't really feel like that's a baseball problem. I feel like baseball is extremely conservative, and like I think that in those contracts they don't let you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
To market yourself and market your brand.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but you say that, but then look at a guy like Judge. Judge is on Pepsi commercials. Judge is in
he? Like, because I don't see Judge anywhere that I feel is relevant. I don't know what you're watching. Well, I don't see him often.
I mean, okay, so as far as
maybe you see this boy out there in California doing that because I don't see Judge
as far as athletes are concerned, nobody's ever gonna get the recognition and the likeness and all that shit that the NBA gets because obviously, NBA, there's no hats, there's no helmets. They're just, their face.
But you could see these dudes in baseball. The baseball does a horrible job of marketing, bro.
Oh, no, you're right.
They do.
You're
baseball
right.
needs to get their marketing game up. When they were doing their thing with Big Mac and ESPN and that era, your chicks dig the long ball and Greg Maddux, like, bro, that's when they were lit.
Think about what Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa did for Major League Baseball.
They need to get back to that and stop being scared of what happened with the steroid scandal unless you're still using steroids. Bro, get these guys out there. Like, why people don't know about them, bro?
Yeah, I agree. And it's actually a shame because, like, growing up, like, as a kid, as a child, I was always groomed. Baseball was number one. Like, it's just something me and my family, we were so big on baseball. And over the years, I've grown more of an affinity for football and basketball. And it's like, as an adult, like, granted, like, trust me, I watch all sports, so I can't really pick one over the other or whatever. Don't do that to me. But all I'm saying is, like, I can understand why if I'm a fan, right? You pop me into the United States of America and you just say, start watching the sport because internationally soccer runs the world.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But if you pop me into the United States of America and you start watching an American sport, I'm probably going to gravitate towards the NFL or the NBA. I'm not going to go the MLB route. Yeah. And obviously the pace of game is slow, and the thing, a lot of what gives MLB its aura is its nostalgia.
Yes.
It's the with America's pastime. We were from the 1920s and all this shit. Whereas football and basketball is more of a young man's, more exciting, hard hitting, and with basketball, it's obviously a game of grace and technique.
Action-packed, trash talking.
You see their faces. You know what they look like. You hear you
see the passion.
The dunks, like there's nothing like you could say take highlights for example. They're not like a dude getting posterized in the NBA. Like this dude, I could watch a video of Anthony Edwards posterizing that boy like 100 times. I mean, granted, I loved if you see a triple play on video, that's like, ooh, that's fire. But it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, for me as a sports fan, I love baseball highlights because I love the double play, triple play type things, or the backhand throw to first. But they don't capitalize. It's like what you said. Like they don't use that to market. If I'm MLB, I'm taking the most exciting plays from the 2020 season and doing something with that.
And Corey, if you're breeding everybody that striking out is okay, you're never gonna see highlights on the field that are that explosive because nobody's putting the ball in play. Baseball's a disaster.
Yeah,
baseball's
suffering right now, and I think that the powers that be they're just making all the wrong decisions.
They were good how they had it.
Yes.
Quick in the game, but what are you doing, man?
They're fucking it
nonsense,
up. They're fucking it up. The problem is they're trying to keep up with the NBA and the NFL. They got to stick to their own shit.
But they're doing it the wrong way. Be yourself. Let them trash talk. Taunting and trash talking bro,
great topic.
And fighting in the game.
Bro.
And that's always been a part of the game. Why are you trying to take that away?
So
These are young men in the heat of battle.
So a lot of people are mad about the bat flip, right? Like the bat flip is the most disrespectful thing. Oh my God. How could he flip his bat after hitting a fucking home run?
I love it.
Motherfucker, if I hit a fucking ball 400 feet.
That's coming at me 105 miles an hour.
That ball that's coming at me 100 miles an hour. Bro, I'm flipping that bat so fucking fast. Bro,
you're lucky I don't flip the base, man.
You're lucky I don't throw the fucking bat at you, bro. Like, yo, bro. And the fact that a bat flip could be so offensive and you're gonna and then the pitcher has the nerve to like hit the next batter on some bullshit.
Which is cool.
No,
I like that. No. They're angry, they get tossed. It's awesome.
Okay. Maybe they get tossed, but like
that's how salty they are. You want to see that.
Like, cause
it gets your juices flowing. Like, he was so mad that he got his shit rocked.
Okay, but if the pitcher strikes out the side, right?
Yeah.
If a pitcher strikes out the side, what's the first thing they're gonna do? Yeah. All right. Boom. Like that. But
it should go both ways.
Okay, so you could do that.
But I can't flip my bat.
But I can't flip my bat, and it's not even like he hits the ball. Imagine, do the reverse.
Yeah.
Imagine if that would be kind of bad. But imagine if a batter hits a home run. Yeah, all right, get the fuck out of here. Then it's like, all right, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
If he starts running around the bases and talking shit to the first baseman, like, "What's up, motherfucker? Yeah, you see that shit?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna get your next batter hit.
Yeah.
But if you just hit that shit, pose, look at your shit, flip the bat a little bit on some, Jose Bautista type shit, I fucking love it, bro. I love it. Keep the bat flips coming. I'm pro bat flip all day.
Yes.
All day. Pitchers, get out of your feelings. Pitchers, if you don't want him to bat flip, strike him out.
Yes.
Strike out the next batter.
Do your job.
That's the thing. So you're a fucking pussy because the first thing you're going to do is hit the next batter instead of saying, you know what? I'm going to strike out the next batter. So you don't believe in yourself that much. But if it's a competition, it got to be about, you know what I'm saying? It got to be about having fun. Like that's the aspect of all sports. You're supposed to have fun.
Yes.
You're supposed to have fun.
Yes.
So why are you going to, but the traditional rules of baseball say that they shouldn't be celebrating when they do good things.
There's no traditional rule of
You're not going to have a tradition if you don't exist.
As a fact, bro, that tradition's going to hell. So who do you like this year, Corey? We're going to do some picks, G. We're going to do some picks.
It's so early for MLB, though.
No, I know, but look, who do you think will come out of the AL East? Let's do division winners. Who do you think is going to win the division in the East? AL East. Who you think?
AL East. I'm gonna go with my Yankees. I know they're in the bottom
you got
right
the
now.
Yankees?
It's super early. It's what
AL Central.
We're less than 20 in. AL Central. Who's in there? Cleveland, Detroit,
The White Sox.
I'll go with Chicago. White Sox.
Everybody's on the Chicago wave.
Yeah. Hey, but if you remember last time we spoke, that was one of the things that I was saying, that Chicago was an up and coming team.
They were. They
You know,
struggled coming out
Tim
the gates
Anderson,
this year,
Jose
though.
Abreu. Yeah. They struggle a little
They got
bit.
Mercedes, who's been hot.
Yeah, who's the other guy? Roberts.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, they got a nice young squad, so it'd be interesting. It would be nice to see a different team make it. It seems like lately it's been a kind of a mixture of the same teams, and towards the end of the year with baseball, where it's like the Astros and the Dodgers are always in the mix, and for the National League, a team that I think did pretty well in the offseason and could probably do better is the St. Louis Cardinals, man.
Yeah, they're always solid though. They have a great run.
They're a team that no matter what, they're well run, and they'll come out of nowhere and they're in the NLCS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're a team that they're under the radar, and it's like, what do you know? We won a World Series.
And Yadier knows how to handle the pitching staff,
Then they
bro.
got this guy, Arenado.
Yes, Nolan Arenado. What a beast.
What a monster.
God.
He's a guy that I was hoping that would land in the Yankees radar, but I guess not. They locked him up.
The Yankees don't have a radar right now.
Real update. The Knicks just won. That's 9 in a row.
Okay, sir. This is gonna air way later. So, by the way, who do you like in the West? AL West. Seattle Angels. Oakland. You spoke about them. You like them to come out the AL West?
Yeah, I don't believe in the Mariners too much, even though
I never believe in the
I never
Mariners.
believe in them. I'm gonna go Oakland. Yeah.
Okay.
Oakland.
And NL East. You think the Mets come out of there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mets.
NL Central. You like the Cardinals?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, and then the NL West, you like the Dodgers like everybody else?
No,
or you-
Dodgers lock. Dodgers are a lock for the NL West.
Well, Corey, it's the time that, it's about that time where we play 5 words with Angel. Here we go. 5 words with Angel.
do it.
Do you need me to repeat the rules? I think you know the rules already, right?
Repeat the rules.
I'm going to give you a word or a phrase. You're going to give me the first thought that comes to your head, or word, or however you're feeling right now. It could be a paragraph. Give me a citation, a thesis statement, whatever you a dissertation,
Let's do it.
All right. The first word is, who will be this year's NBA MVP?
Nikola Jokic.
The Joker will win the MVP?
Yeah, so I think Embiid was probably the front runner, and LeBron and all them boys, but with injuries and with all the shit that's going on, I just feel like Jokic is undeniable at this point. His talent is undeniable at this point. To be that big and to be like, I mean, no disrespect to him, but to look or appear out of shape and shit, and just ball out, triple-double machine.
He's a cardio man, yo. There's a lift,
I think that boy. I think they'll end up giving it to Joker.
Well, he deserves it, man.
Yeah.
He's playing great.
I think
and then carrying the team with no Murray on top
no
of that,
Murray.
that takes him over the top.
Yeah.
That's why I can't give it to anybody else.
I think the other guy's been hurt too much. He's been healthy. He's been solid. I think he gets it.
Wow, the Joker, man. What an animal, bro. Sorry you're going to get bumped in the first round, Joker. But, I mean, look, if you don't, God bless you, bro. You did deserve the MVP. Now, my second one is, who win the AL MVP in the Major League Baseball?
AL MVP. Oh, man. AL MVP. That's tough, man. Let's skip it for now. Let's go to NL.
Okay, who's going to win the NL MVP?
I can't.
The first skip on 5 words with Angel, man. I'm starting to do a good job. Now I'm stumping people,
You know who I'm going to say is going to win NL MVP? Jacob deGrom.
Wow.
Yes.
Bro, 50 strikeouts already this season.
The guy
bro.
is
the first guy since the early 1900s to strike out 14 people in each game. What a monster.
Ridiculous.
An animal.
Bro.
Should have been a Yankee.
Oh my God.
The Mets better win a championship with him on the squad.
Don't even remind me, bro. Don't even remind me. Yeah, I think Jacob deGrom will get it, man. If he continues pitch, that's the thing. To give an MVP take, this short into the season, you know, it's kind of tough.
That's all right, bro. These are guesses, man. You know what I mean? We're not going to hold you account. This is going to come out early, you know?
Jake DeGrom.
You're going to be held accountable more for your basketball picks than your baseball picks.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know.
Because already
But if you hit on you did hit on a baseball pick last year, though, too, man. If you hit on a baseball pick this year, you're the man.
Hey, let's do it.
These are futures bets.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Nice. So, okay, cool. So, AL? You want to
AL?
go back to?
Oh,
I like
man.
Mike Trout. I think Mike Trout will win.
Yeah, but
AL
he's
MVP.
so like, it's so bring to. I feel like it's just like I'm trying to think of somebody else who could come out the woodwork and like be a guy. Yeah, you know, it's just, I guess you got to go with the greatest player in baseball right now, right? And if it's not on the NL, if it's not DeGrom, it's probably Mookie
Betts.
Probably Mookie.
What a beast. All right, no, we're going to go with DeGrom. I like the
let's
DeGrom
go
pick.
Trout and DeGrom. Trout and
DeGrom. All right, so who wins the NBA championship, bro? Are you gonna pick the Lakers again?
I think
dogs?
so.
Come on, dog.
Only reason I'm saying
putting my money on the Lakers,
right, but you're letting LeBron and AD rest.
I don't think they're coming out the West. I like the Jazz in the West. I honestly think that, you know, if the Nets are healthy, right? I'm picking the Nets to win it all because just with that squad, I just cannot.
So Lakers and Nets in the finals, you're taking the Nets.
No, I like the Lakers and Jazz in the finals.
Oh, okay, but
I like the
Nets and the Jazz.
I like the Nets and the Jazz in the finals.
If the Nets and the Jazz in the finals, it's Nets all day.
Yeah,
but I think if the Lakers and the Nets in the finals, I'll take the Lakers.
What? No, I have the Nets, bro. There's no way.
Fuck the Nets.
There's no.
Oh man,
LeBron
please don't let the Nets win the finals, man.
The Nets are gonna win the finals, dogs. You know that. I mean, if they're healthy, if they're not, hey. Hopefully it's the Knicks. Hopefully the Nets lose every player and the Knicks come out of nowhere.
The NBA champions are gonna be the New York.
That's every
Knicks.
Knicks fan's dark dream, yo. I'm telling you, bro. That's why I can't fuck with
tattoo. Bro, I'll get if the Knicks win the finals, I'll get a tattoo.
Yo, okay, no, back to reality.
I'll take LeBron for number 5, man.
Okay.
Tying Kobe.
Wow, that's a big deal. Oof. I don't think LeBron. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I don't think LeBron ever ties Kobe. Ever. I think it's over. I don't think.
You think it's over?
I don't think LeBron wins another championship. Not if these teams keep coming together, younger and stronger and more talented.
All right, but who's to say that LeBron doesn't team up with Steph?
Yeah, but he's getting older, bro. Eventually, Father Time will catch up to him.
Yeah, but Steph ain't that old. Steph is what?
No, Steph is that. Yo, let's talk about Steph real quick though before we end 5 words.
I'm about to say you can't talk NBA without talking Steph Curry.
My man went ham. 11 games with like 30 points,
bro.
Plus.
This dude hits like 10 threes in his sleep, bro. Yo, the thing about Steph Curry that's crazy.
This is the best season I've seen him play because he's had nobody.
He makes the craziest shots.
Come on, bro.
Like, it's one thing to be the best shooter, but like he's shooting from the logo, bro.
Yo, come on, man.
And it's a routine shot. Like the way dudes shoot from the foul line, my man is shooting from the logo.
No problem.
No, like you gotta D him up at the logo.
And the thing is that he'll take it to the rack on you,
yeah,
bro.
And then you get too close, it's like zoop, zoop.
People like, yo, he don't take it to the rack, man. Yo, bro, he don't take it to the rack because people be stepping all the way back because they don't know if he's gonna take it to the rack. Because you can get scorched by Curry and he'll put 30 up on you within 2 pointers if you're not D'ing up.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
So I disagree with you because I think look how you saw how giddy LeBron was to team up with Steph in the fucking the All-Star game. Yeah. Steph and LeBron are gonna team up at some point in the near future, and they'll win a chip together.
They're never gonna win a chip together. They'll never team up.
They're gonna cheat. They're gonna team up.
Wow, and these are some crazy. I love the predictions though. I completely disagree.
Why? They're gonna be like in 2 years from now, like damn, I can't believe LeBron and Steph are playing in the same.
And I think Steph will win a championship before LeBron.
Not if they do it together.
Ooh, that's a fact. All right, so the last thing on 5 words with Angel. I know your question. I know your answer to this. But will the Yankees win the this year?
Yes.
Wow.
I think Yankees fans need to relax, and myself included. Look, It's a shaky start, but it's just it's a shaky start, but it's just a start. You gotta let the team, you gotta let the season play out. You gotta understand, we still got a whole summer of baseball. We're not even in May yet.
Yeah,
y'all are counting out the Yankees, and we're not even in May yet.
Yeah. Which is a little early. Yeah, I've been telling people that. I don't like the Yankees the way they're currently structured. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think that big time pitcher that the Tampa Bay Rays has in a short game, in a short series. Glasnow's an animal, bro. The Yankees don't have anybody on his level, bro, right now.
Cole's better than Glasnow.
Not right now.
Cole's better than Glasnow.
Bro.
Bro, if I'm starting a franchise...
Cole is not better than him. Not in that stadium, bro.
If I'm starting a franchise right now, I'm taking Garrett Cole over Tyler Glasnow, bro.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Are you crazy?
That's why you're here. That's your opinion.
Are you
Got
crazy?
You
wouldn't.
You. Nope.
You're not going to take Garrett Cole.
I'm not a fan of Cole, bro. Cole's proved nothing to me thus far.
Wow.
Sorry. I think he's overrated. I think we overpaid. Bro, I mean that's just the reality of it. I'm not gonna hide my deep dark secrets.
The only problem I have with the Yankees is that they need more behind Cole. They need another dynamite starter. Like, okay, I get Kluber and Tyon, but like they need another stud.
Those guys should be good enough. There's other teams that do more with less, dogs.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that the Yankees aren't hitting. You could blame the pitching all you want.
And they're not gonna hit, dogs, because they stink. They swing at every dirty curveball that's in the dirt.
To say they're not going to hit is crazy. To say that they're struggling,
they'll get hot for a little while. I don't know if they'll get hot enough this year. I don't see it happening.
They got too much firepower.
Their defense is dirt, bro. Well, on the bottom half.
They gotta address the shortstop position.
That's a problem.
They have to address the shortstop position, because I feel like the only way the Yankees could go back to being the team that, in my opinion, should have won the World Series, or the team that was borderline about to hit the World Series, they got to get Glaber back to second, man.
Man, they got to.
They got to put Glaber at second. They got to put Urshela at third. Play DJ over at first. You know, I like Mike Ford, but come on, fam.
Come on, bro.
What's up with Luke Voit?
Always hurt.
Luke Voit hurt.
Always hurt and always striking out. But think about that.
So last year, during this time, when everyone else was slumping, who was balling? Luke Voit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So don't worry, Yankees fans. We just won 2 in a row.
Yeah, but the Yankees have been lucky lately with people stepping up. I don't see that happening this year, bro. And I'm not being pessimistic. I just don't see the talent.
What change in the Yankees makes you feel that way?
Well, first of all, I don't think that the managers is any good at all whatsoever. I think his in-game abilities stink. He's probably the worst ever that I've ever seen.
Really?
I'm not a fan of Boone.
I like Boone.
I don't like Boone at all whatsoever. I think that was a mistake hiring him. Number 2, I think Cashman has lost sight of what's happening in baseball now, and he's letting analytics.
Cashman is the man,
He's been letting analytics overrun his life. And now he has a team that can't put the ball in play and a team that can't field.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to give up on Cashman, man. Cashman is the man. Every MLB team would line up.
I'm not saying we should fire Cashman.
If Cashman
I'm just saying that I think that he needs to take a step back and look what's happening right now before it gets too late. Early.
If Cashman hit the market, he'd have a job in seconds.
Facts.
The thing about Cashman is that he's made some moves that people are questioning, right? Like, okay, let's take the Sonny Gray move, for example.
Why we have no shortstop, bro?
Well, because we traded for a short... Bro, we traded Chapman for a shortstop and got Chapman back. I think they changed all rules because of that fucking trade. So they thought that Glaber was the answer at short. That, there was going to be somebody, because... Didi, in my opinion,
we don't have a shortstop now when you know he's
overachieved.
Not the answer.
Didi was that was the big mistake.
He played defense, bro. Like you didn't.
I love Didi.
You didn't need offense coming from Didi, and he had enough offense to get us through.
We got to get somebody, whether it's Trevor Story,
and he hit big home runs in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah. Correa, Trevor Story, one of those boys. We got to get somebody.
Come on, bro. We always looking for the big time dudes. Why we haven't developed a shortstop? It's ridiculous, bro.
We got spoiled, man. The Jeter years. We got spoiled.
But then we have Didi, and we were spoiled again. We had a decent shortstop, bro.
And then he went to Philly with Girardi, man. You believe that shit? Listen, the Yankees, all I'm saying is don't give up on the Yankees. It's too early. I'm not saying that I'm giving up. I'm still gonna watch them play. I just don't see them winning a title this year or coming out of the AL. I don't see it. I don't see it. I could see them winning the AL East. I mean, the AL East is it's okay. Like, okay, the Boston's playing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
But, Baltimore will smack them up. Toronto, they'll be good for a little bit, but they're not like a real threat to me.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I think the Rays are the only team, and the Rays in Boston, it's like a three-way, those three
It's always
teams.
us three. We'll see what happens.
We'll see, though. But I got my faith in my boys. I think the Yankees will pull through. Wishful thinking, but...
Well, there you have it. My man thinks that the Rays will... that the Yanks
Fuck
will
the
pull
Rays.
through. That the Yanks will pull through. Cory Semidey, thank you for joining me here on the Angel of Words
always
podcast.
a pleasure, man. I love it.
AOW Sports, MLB, NBA correspondent. Everyone, don't forget to, punch on that notification bell. Like, dislike, share. Follow us on all the podcast platforms. Also, you can share on there as well. Check out the merchandise at www.aowent.com. And if you want to leave a donation, it is Cash App AOWNYC. All my social medias is at Angel of Words ENT. And bro, thank you for tuning in for the sports episode, baby. We'll talk to you later.
Let's go, Knicks.
Peace.